But I've got to ask you first about your teammates' performance there.
Yeah, I'm proud of them. That's nerve-wracking, getting up in front of a bunch of people and having to hit a golf club. Obviously, we're basketball players, so we're not very good at this, but they make this event fun, so it's fun to have them out here.
And what has it been like for you today?
LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct in literally one.
Alright, so Caitlin Clark just pulled off a deal that's absolutely insane. Seriously, what happened here is next level and people are losing their minds over it. The WNBA is totally buzzing and social media exploding like never before. This is a perfect example of how one superstar's huge move can shake up the entire scene. Caitlin Clark, right now basically the queen of endorsements, just inked a massive sponsorship with the LPGA Tour, and we're not talking about some minor partnership. No way! This is a full-blown multi-million-dollar agreement. It's all about her talent, her image, and the sheer star power she brings. The second this news dropped, the internet absolutely went wild. Honestly, you wouldn't believe this if it weren't real. She did this entirely on her own.
And making the turn in this Wednesday Pro-Am, here is Caitlin at the 10th.
And get this, Jamie was weighing in on the whole situation too.
Looks like she was able to put into work a little bit of what
fans are absolutely loving Caitlin Clark's rise right now, cheering her on non-stop. But not everyone is thrilled. Some big-name WNBA players are throwing shade, and Aja Wilson is right at the center of it. She didn't call anyone out by name, but her message was crystal clear. So you can make money playing golf, even if you miss shots. That line, pure fire. Everyone instantly knew who she was talking about. Unsurprisingly, every sports outlet is buzzing non-stop over this. Think about it for a moment. For a big chunk of the league, just hearing Caitlin Clark's name sets off reactions. Seriously, everything she does, every deal, every post seems to drive certain players completely crazy. And now, with this LPGA partnership, the tension has reached a whole new level. Clark has quickly become the marketing goldmine the league desperately needed, but that spotlight is making other superstar players feel like they're fading into the background. Take Aja Wilson for example. She's got multiple titles and 2 MVP awards, yet when it comes to endorsements, her name just doesn't carry the same weight as Clark's. That's exactly why this story exploded. It's the clash of new star power versus the established guard. Clark is the media's shiny new fascination, while Wilson represents the grind, the player who dominated long before the cameras even showed up.
Previous video how this Pro-Am event originally wasn't even going to be televised, but there were so many fans who were emailing the organization saying, how can we watch Caitlin? Can we come to the event? Can you live stream it? All of these things. And it ended up being put on television. And that was great. Fans were really excited about that. There was so much buzz online. She was trending on Twitter, all of the things. And the LPGA was promoting the crap out of this event. And they also did something really smart by pairing her up with their currently #1 golfer.
Listen, Aja Wilson's comments weren't just casual shade when Caitlin Clark's LPGA deal dropped. They were a full-blown statement. And honestly, it's hard to blame her. The timing couldn't have been worse. Wilson is coming off an incredible season, yet all the spotlight seems to be on Clark just for existing. It's like winning a championship, but the headlines are all about Clark's Instagram story. That's the reality of modern sports. Talent alone isn't enough anymore. It's about visibility, attention, and media reach. And nobody grabs eyeballs like Caitlin Clark. Sponsors, major corporations, even the LPGA, they're all chasing her. She's the player who can move merch, sell tickets, and dominate the conversation online. Wilson is respected, sure, but she hasn't had that kind of headline generating power. Clark's storytelling, her media presence, it's driving some veterans absolutely nuts. The numbers are staggering. Rumor has it this 2-year LPGA deal is worth between $6 and $8 million. Clark is now a cross-sport marketing powerhouse. bridging basketball and golf in a way no one else can. You can almost hear Wilson grinding her teeth all the way from Las Vegas. Remember those WNBA finals? Clark dominated the conversation, even though the Aces won. Moments like that breed tension, not respect. Fans aren't helping either. Clark's supporters are calling her the true face of the league, often using her success to diminish other players. That fuels ego clashes, even if the stats back it up. Wilson finally snapped, sending a pointed message with that LPGA news: "I'm the MVP, and I'm tired of being treated like a supporting character." Here's the kicker: Clark hasn't even responded. No tweets, no statements, nothing. And that's exactly why brands love her. She's a PR dream, silent, focused, and untouchable. Meanwhile, others get sucked into Twitter beefs and sometimes lose sponsorships. Clark just keeps signing deals while staying completely silent, and that quiet is far more powerful than any clapback. She could win another ring, but honestly, a single golf swing from Clark probably grabs more media attention than most playoff performances. That's the insane gap in marketing power right now. Even golf fans are buzzing, hoping Clark becomes a mainstream LPGA star. Meanwhile, some WNBA fans are rolling their eyes, pointing out she's everywhere but the playoffs. The league knows this divide is widening, and here's where it gets even more interesting. This LPGA deal wasn't a spur-of-the-moment thing. It took months to set up. Nike reportedly wanted an athlete to represent a crossover image, and Clark was the perfect choice. She's the buzz. Any league that partners with her sees a spike in views, clicks, and merchandise sales. From a corporate perspective, it's genius. For the WNBA, total chaos. Wilson's frustration reflects a broader sentiment among players. Not everyone is benefiting equally from Clark's skyrocketing popularity. While Clark expands her reach outside basketball, signing multi-million-dollar deals, others are still fighting for modest bonuses. That dynamic creates tension in interviews, locker rooms, and social media. Players can feel like props in the Caitlin Clark show, and fans notice the lack of enthusiasm. When Wilson's tweet went viral, fans quickly labeled her as envious and ungrateful. Some even compared her early criticism to those who doubted Tiger Woods. That hit hard. Wilson tried to backtrack, claiming she was joking, but by then the internet had already made up its mind. And you know how social media works. Once sides are taken, it's a non-stop cycle. There's no shortage of comments praising Caitlin Clark while also reminding everyone that A'ja Wilson is one of the all-time greats. And you know what? Both can absolutely be true. Even if Clark is the most marketable athlete in the game right now, Wilson can still feel undervalued. The real problem isn't talent, it's how the league manages that balance. The WNBA loves to boast about growth, but instead of celebrating its stars together, it lets the drama unfold because controversy drives clicks. A strong PR team could have turned this into a huge win. Imagine two powerhouse athletes dominating their respective sports, working together. Instead, it's just another social media clash between Clark and Wilson. Sponsors are paying attention too. They want polished, united faces, not messy headlines. But at the same time, whenever Clark makes news, their merchandise sells like crazy. So who ends up winning? Clark, again. Here's a twist. Insiders say this LPGA partnership could be just the beginning. There are talks of a combined exhibition event to raise money for charity, celebrating this cross-sport connection. But depending on how it unfolds, it could be either inspiring or an absolute disaster. Can you picture Wilson trying to smile while Clark tees off right next to Nelly Korda? That's content gold. This kind of tension isn't new. Older stars weren't thrilled when LeBron became the face of the NBA. Others rolled their eyes when Serena dominated tennis endorsements. The cycle is the same. Success brings money, money brings visibility, and visibility brings envy. Wilson is just the latest athlete caught in that spotlight crossfire. Ironically, every reaction she posts only proves Clark's value even more. The more people talk about Clark, the bigger she gets. Meanwhile, Clark hasn't said a word. No clapbacks, no interviews, just business as usual. While the internet fights over her, she's probably somewhere signing her next deal and laughing with her agent. That's the genius of it. She's stacking wins from basketball, golf, safety, fashion, and tech, while others argue. Before long, a Netflix documentary series isn't out of the question. Clark isn't just playing the game, she's rewriting the marketing playbook. Wilson's frustration isn't about skill, she's incredible. It's about visibility. Clark has built a brand that companies can rally around. Loyal, loud, and online 24/7. That's pure gold in 2025. So Clark's empire grows while Wilson vents on Twitter. But how long can this tension last before it escalates further? It's no longer just Clark versus Wilson. This rivalry could divide the entire league. Younger fans see Clark as the face of the league's resurgence, while veteran players feel she's handed too much too easily. The WNBA front office is caught in the middle, pretending nothing's wrong while secretly hoping both sides keep talking. At least people are paying attention. It's messy, it's dramatic, and that's exactly why it dominates headlines. The challenge now is making sure everyone, not just Clark, benefits from her rise. Wilson has a choice: keep firing off resentful tweets, or pivot and use this attention to her advantage. Right now, her name is trending, and not for the reasons an MVP would want. If Aja Wilson plays this smart, she can turn the spotlight into a power move. She could sign her own major deal, launch a podcast, build a brand, prove she's more than just the player who lost her cool online. Fans may despise pettiness, but they gravitate toward authenticity. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark keeps racking up wins on and off the court. The LPGA deal is just another piece of her ever-expanding empire. Like it or not, she's playing the fame game with precision. That level of control can't be taught. She turns backlash into buzz, silence into strategy, and if Wilson doesn't pivot quickly, she risks being drowned out by the commotion. So what's the reality here? Is Clark simply outperforming everyone off the court as well, or is Wilson right to feel frustrated? Clark has redefined what it means to be a modern athlete. It's not just her jaw-dropping basketball skills, it's her uncanny ability to build a personal brand and dominate the spotlight. Every move, endorsements, crossing over into other sports, connecting with fans online, adds another layer to her empire. Clark's rise proves that today's success isn't measured by points, assists, or MVP awards alone. Her quiet professionalism and strategic decisions make her a master not only of the game itself, but of perception. Every opportunity becomes a platform for influence. Her growing presence across basketball, golf, and beyond has put the WNBA firmly in the spotlight, showing how a single athlete can reshape a league's narrative, drawing attention from fans, sponsors, and media alike. But Clark's ascent also highlights a deeper tension. Veteran stars who have achieved so much on the court aren't always getting the same recognition or commercial opportunities. This contrast underscores a harsh truth in modern sports. Talent alone doesn't guarantee fame. Visibility drives opportunity, and in that arena, Clark is unmatched. While she quietly expands her influence with calculated moves, other stars wrestle with questions about recognition, legacy, and their place in this evolving landscape. Clark's story isn't just about athletic excellence, it's a blueprint for building influence, visibility, and a personal brand in today's sports world. Her journey continues to shape the WNBA, inspire fans, and challenge the league to find a balance between celebrating its stars and giving each player the attention they deserve. Clark has become more than a player. She's a case study in modern success, influence, and the power of smart brand building.